Okay, I'm gonna keep this video pretty quick, YouTube. My camera's overheating, but I wanted to make this message very quick and intentional. Probably the last video I shoot for today before I go inside. So, this is a universal concept, and before you click off this video, I know you've heard it all the time on social media. Stop caring about what people think, stop caring about what people think. But I actually want to give you like a solid, like, intentional a message as to why you actually care about what people think and how to actually stop it. And I think this is probably the easiest way to stop caring, at least what have I found. So I'll give you a little story. If you've been keeping up with my channel, you know the story, but I'll talk to people who haven't right now. So I've been on a mission to not only become the best version of myself and build legacy, but also get into my desired course. And yes, I got in. It took a lot. I'm gonna make a testimony video on it very soon, but right now I have to sort out my life first because some things came up. But essentially, this was just more than about studying hard, making an academic comeback, all the pretty shit you hear on social media. No, I was battling through things every goddamn day. I was on the verge of being homeless. You know, I was being emotionally abused in my household. Dude, I can't even tell you how hard this was. Not only to actually pull it off, but all the other life shit I was experiencing on the side. And to be honest, there was a point I wasn't even going to get into university or graduate high school at one point. And obviously, I think you can understand how scary that could be for a lot of people. So here's the thing. Here's why you care about what people think. I'm just gonna get straight into it. When you care about what people think, I think it's because you're mainly trying to fill a void in yourself. And I know you've heard it, but here's the truth. You don't have a big enough purpose, bro. Let me explain. With me, I used to care about what people think. Like, for example, there was a girl in my life who obviously wasn't benefiting at me at one point during the semester. She was a part of the testimony. I'll talk about her later, completely irrelevant. But I got to there was a moment where I actually valued her opinion and what she thought about me, which kind of caused me to fuck with my own head, if that makes sense. And the problem with that is when you're so grounded, like, in what you're doing in your life and what you actually want to achieve, you don't really have time for bullshit or have time for other people's opinions. Because for me, I was treating this as it was like life or death. I only get one shot at this. This is the only opportunity I have. If I fuck it up, that's on me. And I feel like when you go through life, like, no bullshit, no games, my life is on the line. I do not have time for little childish activity, childish behavior. You just become immune to anyone's opinion because you're like, nope, I have shit to do. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And I know they kind of like promote on social media saying like, yes, you need to have a purpose, but I'm saying you need to have a strong one. You need to have a duty. This is your mission. It's bigger than you. The universe has called you to do something crazy. You have to go and do it. Otherwise, like for me, I don't want to say otherwise you'll pretty much die, but it's not going to look pretty for you. So you need to have a strong enough why. And I feel like when you don't have a really strong purpose in your life, you're gonna care about external things to fill a void. But no, treat life like every day is an opportunity to get the most out of it as possible. And I feel like when you go through about it like that, you don't really care what life throws at you, or you don't really care what people have to say. Because, bro, we have literally something to do. Like, I don't have time for problems. I gotta get something done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You care about what people think is because you really don't have something so strong inside of you driving you to something better. And like, yes, I'm not saying cut people off. It's important to have people in your life. It's important to talk to people. But the main thing in your life has to be this purpose. Yes, I would say the best thing is meet people along the way who also have a strong why, because then you can build together and you're making like a real strong bond. But even if you don't, there's nothing wrong with being around good, kind, and genuine people. Even if they don't have a strong why, at least they're good. But there's a difference between knowing who is a distraction and who's not. And the girl I just mentioned was a distraction. But honestly, to stop caring about what people think, you do need to become someone who doesn't need to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the message I wanted to say in this video, but yeah, to be honest, it is a good thing. Because when you know why you actually do, you can stop it. I think the number one thing that holds us back in life is caring about what people think. Just know you have something bigger to worry about than somebody else's opinion. And that's all I wanted to say in this video. So yes, I hope this helped the right person. I don't know who needed to hear this today, but I know it could definitely help someone. And as you know, my camera is overheating. It's super hot here in Australia. But as I said, I hope this helps, and I will definitely see you in the next one.